right, let's just see what we get today. I've been out of town for a couple of weeks, and I've been in some uh, training, and I'm just gonna jump back in, but I am um, just wanting to see what I get today. Wanting to get back into the fun that I find in reading these messages and hopefully passing on some type of motivation or enlightenment for folks to get to the next level in their life. So, the energies. Whenever I come back, and I've been missing my cards for a long time, I want to play with all of them. And so that might be a little bit of what I do just to see what is happening. What is happening around. If the energies are the same, if I'm getting some of the same cards and what have you. So we're gonna see. Let's do as above, so below. I haven't done that in a while. And let's do Wisdom of the Oracle overview card. I know this part is probably not fun for you guys all, but let's see what we get. I'm gonna keep these open too so that we can come back to them. And let's clarify with good old goodens. Okay, then we'll do a little masculine, feminine energy, just to check in and see where we're at on our sides there. All right, as above, so below. Let's, with an overview of the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Let's see what that has. Let's see what we do with that. My chair is a little too low. Okay. Today is 9/9, but this message is timeless. I've been reading a lot about a portal for this month. Don't know if it's as, I don't know the history behind this one as much as I've heard about the 8/8 portal, but this is a 9/9 portal today. Happy birthday to a good friend, or at least her daughter out there today. But energy, shedding the old, taking responsibility. Responsibility. That is what I'm hearing. Responsibility, responsibility, responsibility. I keep hearing it, I keep hearing it, I keep hearing it. And I think that's major right now, is accepting responsibility for one's actions. Right, so definitely knowing that in order for something to, for you to get to a place that you want to be, you're going to have to take some type of action. I could just saw an upside down card in here. The actions that are needed are going to come from you. And you have to take responsibility for that. So if you want to have perfect attendance, then you got to get up and go to school every day, or work, or wherever. If you want to have long nails, then you have to stop biting them. If you want to be a drummer, then you have to play the drum, right? So you have to do what is required of you. You have to take your part, and then you have to be realistic in your approach, right? So like, you want to grow nails, then you know that that's going to take some time. So maybe you do things like take vitamins, go get little regular manicures, things like that, so that your nails are prompted to grow. But regardless, is that you have to take some type of action to help the process along, or to help achieve the process. And that's with everything in life, right? So you want to acknowledge what your goals are, and then you want to do what you you want to acknowledge what your goals are, and then you want to do what actions would Sorry, I can't always do that. Okay, so you want to identify what your goals are, and then you want to see and be honest with yourself. What have you done, or what are you doing to make those goals come into into fruition? The first card we have out is the Angel of Soul Love, and it says it's time to look at how you value yourself, and there may be issues with self-love. This is what I'm talking about. So accepting responsibility, right? Knowing that it is you who has to be the catalyst, right? Situations can be put, oh, beautiful. Situations can be put in front of us, and then we have to rise to the occasion, right? Sometimes. So we can't just like expect everything to always fall in our lap. There is circumstance, happenstance, luck, fate, all of those things that come into play, but you do have a little more control over them when you actually apply yourself. So you can't win the lottery if you don't play, right? And that's I don't know, seems to be the message. Like, if you don't do it, you can't have it. If you don't participate, how can you expect it? What's that? Serenity prayer, right? Or the definition of insanity. Those type of things. That's what I keep getting. That's the energy that I keep feeling and hearing. One, please. All right. That's the energy that I have. I feel like responsibility. I feel like if you don't do what's necessary, then there'll be no one else to blame but yourself. And you have to really come to what is that? I don't know. I'm losing my words. You have to really accept that, right? Come to terms with that. You have to really accept that. Like, if I don't do this, then this is the outcome. If I don't brush my teeth at night, I'm going to get cavities, right? So you have to just take ownership and responsibility. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we have the first card is the Angel of Soul Love. And this could be issues with self-love. And it says take time to look at how you value yourself, okay? Like I said before, that's you just making sure that you're doing what you need to be doing to get you to the goal that you've envisioned for yourself, or to be the person that you've imagined yourself to be. Clarifying that, or below that, as above, okay? Your Angel of Soul Love is here to support you through these issues. And below here is rising above, okay? So it's interesting because it's clarity, freedom, and solution. So these two, as above, so below, okay? You may be coming into situations where you're needing solutions, where you're needing some type of clarity, where you need a plan of action. And then that plan of action must be executed, right? I feel like maybe you are not standing up for yourself or owning yourself in the full capacity. I don't know if standing up is the right word, but you're not owning yourself. So if you know that you have a talent, then get out there and use it. If you know you have a desire, then go out there and fulfill it. I don't know if you're actually doing that. I feel like your guides are here, your angels are here saying that, hey, you are worth the time. You are worth the investment. Maybe you guys are not fully investing in yourselves like you've invested in others. And that's an issue for you, because now that you have the opportunity or you have the calling to fully invest in yourself, you don't seem to have the same type of drive, or you don't seem to have the same type of purpose as you had if you were doing it for someone else. And that's the challenge here, is that you need to recognize how important and how valuable you are. And you need to say, well, if I'm gonna get up and do this for myself because it's for the betterment of me. I deserve this. This is what I want. This is getting me closer to the life that I want to live. So am I actually executing the steps to get me closer and closer there? And if you don't feel like you have the support, then that's where you want to fall back on your faith. And you also want to just keep pushing yourself forward, because we know that life is not always easy, right? We know that through struggle, we learn lessons. We know that through times of hardship is where our character fully comes out, because we persevere through. So if you want to be that perfect attendance person, then get up and show up every day for yourself, right? You got up every day to make sure someone went to school or went to work. And now it's your turn to invest within yourself. And you have to get up every day and provide your body with, you don't have to, but you get the privilege. You get the privilege of getting up every day and providing your body with sustenance, providing your body with exercise, providing your body with the fruits of the world, right? Seeing beautiful things, smelling beautiful, gorgeous flowers. All of those things you're getting the opportunity to supply yourself with each and every day. And so you need to switch that mindset of yours to say how fortunate I am, how lucky I am to get up every single day and be able to invest in me, to be able to do the things that I enjoy, to be able to push myself to the next level that I desire to be. Okay? The angel of psychic ability is here, along with the moonlight goddess that says repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. Your intuitive and psychic abilities may be very strong right now. Ooh, these numbers, okay. So, there are some things that you have to deal with, that you may be dealing with. Remember, I talked to you about responsibility, right? Responsibility. So, I feel like here, what's being said, or what I'm feeling here and what's being said is, there are some emotions, remember, some self-worth, things that you may not value yourself. You may not feel like you're worth it, or you may be struggling with why you're doing it, right? Like finding real purpose. Like it feels different when we get up every day and we know that we're going to do this for someone, or we're doing this for this cause. And for some reason I feel like it's hard that you're finding reason to justify why you're doing what you're doing for yourself. There may be emotions or people that you wanted to, put on the back burner, and maybe even possibly cut out your life completely. But you are hesitant to do that because you're concerned more about their emotions over yours. Again, another thing of remembering to value your own self-worth, right? Because you're more concerned about their feelings, that you're blocking yours, and it's not helping you to grow. So if you know that there's some things that you need to stop, if you know there's some people that you need to put on the back burner, then you need to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and release those things, so that you can begin this healing process. There may be plenty of things that you're sitting back reflecting upon, thinking about how you could have done them differently, and maybe see the growth of how you've changed from the past until now. Understanding that you have changed, even though you may not think you've changed. Even if you're having that moment, like when you say you haven't changed, like, right? You could still be, let's do a classic, drinking and partying type of person, right? You could still be doing that on a regular basis, but the fact that you now realize that you don't want that, that means there's been a change, right? Or or the fact that you realize that you're not as interested in something, that means there's a change. So give yourself credit for every little small piece of change, and know that change is, you see the effect of it over time. So don't expect to wake up the next day and have this robust attitude about exercising or what have you. Just continue to show up for yourself in any way possible, but continue to show up for yourself on a regular basis and build that consistency. Understand how long it takes to develop a new habit. Understand what's required of you to create that habit. Get up every day and show up for yourself like you would show up for someone else who needed you. That's going to be very, very important. Meditate as well. I believe that with this psychic ability, intuitive knowledge coming in, that you're going to be receiving a lot of information about how to move, but you're only going to receive that when you're actually taking the time to do the self-assessment, right? When you're sitting still, processing and doing the reflecting upon your feelings, your desires, your wants, your needs, your accomplishments, your goals. When you're sitting there reflecting upon those things, that's when you're going to have these intuitive and psychic hits about either where you're going to see yourself or where you want to be. But you want to spend this time really building and manifesting that life for yourself, okay? You are receiving information about how to move. You just have to pay attention to it, and then you also have to follow up with it, follow through with it, okay? I also am seeing the angels of families and the ocean of eternal love. So that says the angels surround both you and your family at the moment. There is healing, creativity, and fertility around, okay? So much love and support where you don't even realize it. I think that you don't realize that you've had a good support system. And if you don't have a good support system, I would say expect one to come in. Expect for your soul tribe to start sinking in. Except for your family or your friends to start really start looking at those relationships and reevaluating them, kind of like doing the dog head tilt. That's what I'm seeing. Like you're reprocessing, like, hey, we have known each other for a long time, and I realize that we've maybe done this or that, or we've spent this type of time together, and I may have not been fully open to the friendship as much as I realize I want to open up to it now. And you may not have to share that with the person, but you're having that epiphany and you're having that insight, like, hey, I do have a closer tribe than I realize. If there is no tribe there, then you need to ask yourself, what have I done to bring my tribe in? Have I been open? Have I been vulnerable? Have I been honest? Have I been outgoing, right? Have I done my part to bring the tribe in? Have I gone out looking for the tribe, or did I expect them to just drop in my lap? What have I done? What responsibility have I taken to bring in this surrounding support? Okay. So I'm seeing healing here twice. Okay. Clarity, freedom, and solution. I really feel like that's coming in also with creativity and freedom. I feel like there's a lot that can be born of these new habits for you. Okay. I feel like there's great possibilities. These, I feel like seeds. Okay. These are seeds that have been planted. And if you nurture them properly, they are going to grow. Only you have the responsibility of getting up and nurturing them, watering them, tending to them, trimming them. Whatever it is that this garden or this seed, this plant that has grown needs, then it's your responsibility to be there for it. It's time for you to care for yourself as if you would care for your young, or how people describe that they care for their young, their children, right? Or maybe their parents, someone that you care deeply about, or something that you care deeply about. It's time for you to give it its fair shake, or its fair due, its due diligence. And I feel like that's you. I feel like it's time for you to invest into you. Do what it is that's going to bring about the life that you truly want to create for yourself, okay? A chance in the wind in reverse is what we see here. Here's a chance in the wind, and it's in the reverse. Oh, okay. And let's just go directly to the book for this, okay? I definitely feel like you don't want to give up an opportunity that you have. I don't want to see that pass you by. So the protection message for a chance in the wind says, there are conditions brewing in your life that you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and for the best, for the higher good. Even if the storm blows away the structures that you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better, for spirit is your ally. So again, that's what I feel like there's an opportunity here for you coming in. I feel like this is about you doing what you can do to make this opportunity pop off or spark off for you. The numbers that I'm seeing here are 11, 2, 44, and 12. Okay, so 11, 2, 44, and 12. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. So I feel like this is a procedure, like this is a step process, right? Like ding, ding, ding. Each day, show up each and every day. Go ahead and hold yourself accountable. Get a calendar. Mark it off in your phone. Do something that shows to you each day that you're making progress, that gives you motivation to work by and to live by. Okay? Let's see what kind of advice that we can send you out here with from your guides, and then we'll close out this reading. Feminine energy as well, pretty strong. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just listening, thinking. I'm seeing a lot of feminine energy. I'm feeling a lot of feminine energy in the sense of where it's nurturing, but it's pushing, right? It's the reassurance, like the mothering reassurance. You can do this. You got this. Keep pushing. Go forward. You'll be okay. That kind of energy. It feels like that kind of mothering or nurturing energy that says, "Hey, don't be afraid to move forward. You have this, and I'm gonna be there. If you fall, we get up and we'll try again." I feel like it's that type of energy, a very loving energy that you need to have with yourself. I feel like for the masculine energy there, this is definitely asking for you to tap into that feminine energy. Not too strongly. Don't overdo it. Well, I don't know if you can overdo it. But in the only sense is what I'm saying here is that there's going to be some opportunity for you there's going to be a time where you're not going to be super action oriented. You're going to be really in the feels, okay? So some of you masculines may have some type of episode, I don't want to say episode, situation where you're actually becoming very vulnerable. You're allowing yourself to be seen and heard in true authenticity. And that may feel or appear a bit soft, but it's perfect. It's exactly where you need to be so that people can humanize you. Okay? Some of you out there have been too hard, and there needs to be there needs to be a little bit softness. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, I don't know about all this, but let's just see for a second here. We'll just time out on those. The card, when it says oh my gosh, that comes out is card number 33, Horse Spirit. It says freedom is yours. We saw freedom here earlier, rising above. So rising above the challenges, getting above the parts where it's hard. Each day when you actually done 12 days worth of exercise and you're sore, it's like getting up the 13th day and doing it, right? Continuing to push yourself because you are going towards the life that's going to provide you happiness. And happiness can equal freedom sometimes. When you're happy and you're free from well, I don't want to say free from any kind of stressors, but when you know how to live life, right? When you're openly accepting, hey, there's going to be some good and there's going to be some bad, and this is how I handle it, then you're not so afraid of what the day brings to you, right? You're not so tense about how a situation may fold out because you're saying, hey, each moment is an opportunity for me to grow, okay? So I get to live the life that I want to live when let me see, is that it's kind of blurry. Okay. I get to live the life that I want to live when I take the steps to live it. Okay. So, and it's also card number 33. So 11 and 44 and card number 33 with Horse Spirit. It says freedom is yours. I also have the Armadillo Spirit here that says set healthy boundaries, which is card number 3. And we have Pig Spirit, which is 47, which is card number 11. And it says use your mind wisely, which talks about this clarity, right? So remember we talked about that meditation, right? Making sure that you take the time to meditate and focus in on that so that you can receive the insights that are coming through. And then we see Mouse Spirit, and these two have protection messages. Okay. Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. And Mouse Spirit came in reverse. So let's see what we have there for Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Oh, whoa. And there's one. I don't know where that came from. Parrot Spirit, card number 45. Watch your words. Okay. Talk positively to yourself, encourage yourself. Remember I was saying it's that nurturing spirit that, oh, come on, you can do it. We'll be here. That's what the parrot feels like. Okay, so Horse Spirit was freedom is yours. We're not going to go over each one. I just want to kind of get a glimpse. Yes, this means you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom, for it is time for travel and adventure, or taking up a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. No matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices to take that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, or a better state of being. For there is no one but you to rein in your will to make different decisions. Okay? You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. That is horse spirit. That is that responsibility that I keep hearing. I don't know why they keep saying it like that, but even my uncle, it might be my uncle's voice that I'm hearing. Responsibility. Okay? Armadillo says set healthy boundaries. Now, I seen the armadillo come in. I think it was under, I think when I first pulled it, it came out reversed. And as I got started, it was, I turned it right side up. So I really am feeling the protection message, but I'll go through a little bit of both. This is a tricky time for you may find yourself enmeshed with others, overly concerned about how they will take it if you say no or if you express how you really feel. That is the armadillo message in reverse. And that's what I saw the first time, and I wanted to honor that, and I'm so glad I did, because that's exactly what I was talking about. Remember I said earlier where you're more concerned about others than you are for yourself, and you need to put yourself as the priority. You need to value yourself for that, okay? Do you feel anxious when having to say no to someone, okay? Do you give in to someone or a situation knowing that the outcome will not be in your best interest? Do you feel like it's your job to stop someone from facing their challenges? Instead, you might take on their responsibilities, rescuing them instead of giving them the freedom to learn the lessons in their own way. That's very important for you, because you're having to learn your own lessons. You're having to know that if you don't show up for yourself, then maybe no one else will. And if you don't set yourself up for success, then maybe no one else will set you up for success. So in order for you to do that, you have to be there for you, and you're going to have to allow those folks to be there for themselves. You cannot rescue, or you don't want to, deny them of living the life or finding out the golden treasure or the golden, the hacks that you've discovered, right? You can share, but they also have to experience their life. You can't come in and save and interrupt their flow, because that takes away their power. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. So setting healthy boundaries and making sure that you're just not giving in to other people's stuff because you're kind of afraid. Because you're afraid to hear someone else say, or you're afraid to hear yourself say no. You're afraid to maybe see the disappointment on someone's face. It's okay. It'll turn out just as it should. Okay? The mouse spirit in reverse, wow, thank you, spirit, says, are you too caught up in details, micromanaging others and stressing out because you want everything to be perfect? Or are you procrastinating because you want every detail to be just right and you're losing track of time and your priorities? Mouse spirit wants you to listen to your intuition and tells you that the details you fear you are overlooking will only appear when you stop obsessing. Mouse spirit will lead you to the nuances you need to notice and will diligently work to support you if you take a breath and trust the guidance that will be provided. Small gestures carry great power right now. And that's what I was trying to explain before when I said, oh, it's over there. There's a book that I have there. I talk about this book all the time. But it's this book over here called Atomic Habits. And it says tiny changes, remarkable results, right? Tiny changes, remarkable results. Same thing with mouse spirit here. Showing up for yourself every single day. Remember I said that earlier. Small task will benefit in the long run. So do something every single day. If you don't exercise for 30 minutes the first day, fine. Do 3 minutes, then do 7 minutes, then do 10 minutes, whatever it is, but make sure that you're getting up every day and you're applying yourself towards that goal. That's going to be key. That's going to be important. Okay. So do that every single day, because it's going to lead you or get you to where you truly desire to be, what you've envisioned for yourself. Okay. Maybe you need to take action towards discovering what is going on that you may not be seeing, or towards mending relationships or situations. Ask questions and then listen for the little voice that tells you, look here and attend to this detail. Okay, so not the details necessarily you may be hyper focusing on, but the details that your intuition and spirit tell you to look at. Okay, And then we have Parrot Spirit that says, use your mind wisely. I was definitely supposed to be getting out of here. I told you when I get my cards, I just get happy. Okay, Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but let's just see if there's something. Okay, Pig Spirit is nudging us to be open-minded with thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as we mull over ideas and what we have come to understand. Again, that knowledge, right? Here's that intuitive ability and psychic ability. Remember, I said you don't want to take someone else's power or their experience away from them, right? So this is the time for you to meditate, and I mentioned that earlier. Sitting still and listening and going over what it is that you've processed, okay? You are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing all facts must be considered even when they do not fit with what you already know. I like that because analytically, right, scientifically doing something, you have to have a scientific method. You have to have a process, right? And so that's what I think you're being called to do with your life right now, is set up a scientific process, to set up a scientific way of moving and behaving, right? To keep a tally of saying, I am the control and I'm introducing this variable. And this is what's happening when I introduce this variable. And you're keeping track of it. You're keeping a log of it, right? Like I said, make a calendar. I worked out 21 days or whatever. So you're making this calendar or you're logging this scientific method where you're saying, I am going to show up every day. So today, this is what I'm going to do. And I done this habit for 21 days. And this is, or however long. And this is where I'm at after those 21 days. This is where I'm at after 60 days. And then this is where I'm at after 90 days, right? So really just using yourself or your life as an opportunity to monitor this experiment. The experiment is you, your life, your goals, your challenges. What have you done? What can you do to make those dreams or those goals come true? And then using a scientific type method to get there. So if we know it takes 90 days, 21 days to develop a habit, then you want to put in the scientific work for that in order for your project to become successful. In order for your project to be successful, then you have to put in the work. And again, if for those, you are the project. So if you want to get in shape, then you have to show up 21 days in a row. Or this is what things look like after 21 days. If you want to create a new habit, then this is what you have to do. Show up this much time to create this new habit. And then you're going to track it and you're going to monitor yourself to see that growth in that process. So analytically, if you can't do it just because you're trying to find the motivation, you can't find the motivation, well then use the science, right? I can't necessarily say I'm going to be motivated to get up out of the bed and exercise every single day. But I can say if I want to know if my life is better, then I have to scientifically get up every day and put forth some type of effort and then log that and see, okay, this is not working with just getting out the bed and kicking my feet over the ledge. No, that's not exercise. I'm going to have to do a little bit more. And so you'll see that over the time of your progress. So just make, or your process. So just make sure that scientifically you're also applying yourself to your goals. If you know that you're wanting to save money, then you know that you need to, put a penny away every day. Or if you only put a penny away, you're only going to save this much. But if you put $10 away, you'll save this much, whatever it is, right? So you're just definitely watching how that process works for you, being very analytical about it, about your healing, really applying yourself as if it is an experimental project that the data cannot fail on. You cannot have bad data. You cannot. Okay? So I feel like that's the mindset maybe to go through. It's like, I cannot have bad data. I am going to make this experiment myself, this life that I desire. I'm going to make it work. And in order for me to make it work, I need to express gratitude every morning. I need to exercise and feed my body well. I need to meditate. Whatever those things are, you know that to get to that better life, these are the things that must be put in place in order for you to get it. And if you put those things in place and they don't make any changes, then you know. But at least you have tried, okay? At least you've tried. Parrot Spirit says, watch your words. Okay, what are you saying to yourself? What messages are you repeating? Is it something that makes you feel good about yourself and reminds you of your strengths and potential? And what are others saying to you? And are you repeating what you truly believe? Remember to speak with light and love so that it becomes a habit. Be generous with compliments and thank yous, affirming that all is good so that your loving, healing words will be heard throughout the jungle, cutting through the noise and inspiring others. Listen for words that remind you of all the strength, abundance, and joy in your life and in the world around you, and then repeat them, affirming what is real, true, and nurturing to your soul. For the universe will reflect back to you the story that you tell. Your words matter, so choose ones that lift you up and inspire others to remember the beauty that surrounds us. That, my friend, is your message, okay? Do it for you. Do it for you. You're not being mean, you're not being selfish, you're not, you are cutting out things that are not going to help you reach your goal. But again, this is not personal per se. This is business, right? You're getting down to business of taking charge of your life and doing the things that you need to do to get to the space that you want to be in. And you know what some of those things are: meditation, quiet time, getting into nature, grounding yourself, for sure, are all there for you. So that is the message that I received for you today. I didn't even go buck wild with the cards, but I think I got more than enough information. I appreciate you taking the time to sit with me here, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.